20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones that you did do. So throw off the bow lines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. H. Jackson Brown, Jr.
It is a beautiful early October day, temperatures in the upper 70s, and we are about 7 days from departure. Incredibly exciting feeling, just down at the boat getting the last few items wrapped up, getting excited, trying to figure out what to bring and not bring, and just a whirlwind of emotions right now. So a lot of work to this point, still a little bit of a home stretch to get through, but it's a great, exciting time and beautiful weather. The weather is forecast to change, of course, as we're getting ready to depart, but we'll roll with it. That's the whole point of this trip, is roll with it. And we're gonna head out of here in about a week and see where the wind takes us. 2023 is shaping up to be a strange season as all the loopers head down to the river mouth, either in the Cal Sag down by Hammond or going through the Chicago River. 3 locks of the river system have been under construction all summer and just opened within the last few days. The AGLCA, which is the American Great Loop Cruisers Association, has done a great job of communicating with the locks and communicating with all the barge traffic on the river to sort of bus us through these locks and flotillas. Our flotilla is towards the end of October, which buys us a little time to get from Ludington down to the mouth of the river. So we will slow roll our way down the coast. We've talked to a few other loopers who are in our flotilla. We're going to connect with them and just sort of take it easy, hoping that maybe all the earlier flotillas throughout the month of October kind of get through, work out some of the bugs, and hopefully it's smooth for us or not as congested by the time we get there. That's the hope, but of course we won't know till we get down there and get into the rivers. Late September and early October is always a sort of a sad time down on the docks as all the slips start to empty. You can see over on the right that all those slips are empty. All those boats have been put away for the season. Not many transients. Just Andromeda and a few of her friends are the only ones sticking it out to the bitter end. But it's days like today that make it worth it. Again, we're in the upper 70s, clear blue skies, and it's just gorgeous. Perfect day for boating or boat projects.
We are cycling our house battery bank down to about 60-65% just to run it down once and bring it back up. While we're at the dock, it's just sort of a last minute check. We had it on our list to cycle it through one time before we go. And you can see that with everything turned on the boat, and I've got a couple of laptops and phones charging, that we're drawing about 31 amps off the battery bank. Still at 99% because I just turned it on. But also down on the Victron, you can now see that the direction of the current flow is coming from the house battery bank to the inverter and out the inverter to the AC loads. So we're going to monitor that today, sort of update our log on what appliances draw how much, and we're going to cycle it down to about 60%, maybe 55%, and then charge it back up. So we have successfully set up the alarm on the Maritron. We are below 60% on our house bank. They are AGM batteries, so we don't want to go any lower than 60. We have switched on the switched from inverter to charging. You can see now that the inverter is sending a charge to the house bank. The screen will remain red and flash, and that alarm will continue to go off in intervals until that gets up above 60 again. So, working as designed. It's certainly loud enough that we can hear it if we're anywhere on the boat or around the boat.
Neighbors included.
Neighbors included.
Lots of last minute cleaning and putting stuff away, so Mr. Furley's getting a bath before we strap him down and put the cover on.
Check that out, the before and after. That's the bomb right there. Spray it on the whole underside of him, so we'll see if it works on the textured part.
We are realistically probably about 6 or 7 days from leaving, and you can see behind me the wind is picking up. That's the wind coming in the channel out of the south. It is supposed to swing around the next couple days and come out of the northwest, and they are predicting 11-foot waves out on the big lake. So for sure the next 3 or 4 days there won't be much travel for anyone. We're gonna see who comes in, seeks safe harbor here in the marina, but we for sure are at least 4 or 5 days of battening down some extra lines on the boat because it's about to get vicious.
We are down at the boat about to strap some extra lines on Andromeda because here is the next 24 hours of wind, and it's also keeping us from leaving until middle of next week when things calm down. But you can see the red out over Lake Michigan, and that is 28 knot winds out of the northwest, and the wave predictions are 9 to 11 feet right now. So we are just going to sit tight, batten down the hatches, so to speak, tie up the boat real good, and wait till the middle of next week when you can see things start to calm down quite a bit, and then we'll make our way down the coast. Not looking good for the next few days. I hope anybody out on the loop or on the water is tied up safe somewhere and can avoid these 20 to 30 knot winds somewhere safe.
Well, good news, we are not leaving today. It's about 20, 25 mile an hour winds, and the waves have kicked up, and we are not traveling today. I don't think anyone is. But we are about 4 days now. Hopefully this system blows through, and around midweek next week, we will pull out of here. We are about two days or so from pulling out of here. It is Sunday afternoon, and we are going to try and leave Wednesday morning. The system behind me here blowing through the lake is starting to calm down. There's going to be 1 or 2 good travel days, marginal travel days, and then another system's kicking up. So today is a lot of running back and forth between the boat and trying to figure out what stays home and what goes to the boat. It's an exciting time, and just kind of waiting for this system behind me here to blow through, and we are getting really excited. All this hard work, all this prep to get to this point, it is a little surreal. It's real feel of 39 degrees this morning. I think Mother Nature's trying to tell me it's time to bounce. So we are not leaving today. We're not leaving tomorrow. We're leaving the day after. And this front is really producing some winds, but they're starting to die down. They're around 15 miles an hour now. And we're going to give Lake Michigan tomorrow to settle down. And then Wednesday morning, we're pulling out. It's getting exciting. When you live so long in a small town and life sort of peacefully meanders along, of course with bumps in the roads and hurdles and all sorts of stuff, but everything becomes very normal and very routine, which is a good thing. It's peaceful for me and for a lot of people. But as I'm out walking this morning and I look past my kids' elementary school and think about their time there and dropping them off in the morning and coaching basketball and all those memories, I can't help but think all this seems very normal. Every morning, every evening is regular. It's nice, it's comfortable, it's my hometown. But in just 48 hours, everything will seem new. Every time we look out the back of the boat, every time we wake up, it'll be a new town and new surroundings. And it's, of course, exciting, but it's a little weird. It's a little surreal. I'm sure surreal is a word we're using too much, but it's quite a exciting feeling and a little apprehensive. But I guess that's what makes it an adventure. It wouldn't be an adventure if there wasn't a little bit of excitement and nerves and apprehension.
I've walked in and out of my home office now for 2 or 3 years and passed this picture every day. And today, turning off the lights and closing the door has a bit of a different meaning. I have moved on the boat. I'm not sure where half of my stuff is. Some of it is here at the boat, some of it's at the house. It's just a confusing last few hours, but about 36 hours from heading out, and I'm aboard Andromeda, and now I'm just waiting on the weather. It's just a great, exciting time.
I am running to the house for the last time before we leave, drop off my truck and get a ride back down here, and that's it. No more car. That's a weird feeling.
We are backing out of the house and heading to the boat. I've got my crew with me, and here we go.
It was bittersweet. It's really weird to leave the house, leave our friends, leave our family. We'd be back at Christmas, but it's emotional.
It's tough.
It's
exciting
weird.
And tough.
Yeah.
Kind of blustery out here on the gunnels on the deck of Andromeda as we're fueling up. It's second week in October. I don't think we're touching 50 degrees today. I think it's about 46. I'm sure it's much colder with the wind. Kind of rainy, nasty day, but we're getting her fueled up, getting all the tanks topped off, and we'll be ready to hit it come sun up tomorrow. Amazing.
when my head stops, it's like going so fast I can't even almost think. Completely overwhelmed. I'm excited, nervous. I know we can do it, but I know we're going to learn a lot and we're going to make mistakes, and that's okay. But we've got everything in place. We're at the last chaos, everything trying to button up, the house, the food, the dog, the kids, the work. It's nuts, but I'm excited.